Being an SMMA owner is great. You barely work, you can go wherever you want, you make millions of dollars a day. Kinda. Not really, even actually a little, didn't even scratch that. Being an SMMA owner is hard. While it does have those advantages and you definitely can get to those points, it takes some work and it takes some time up front to get to those points in your SMMA journey that are going to take you a while to accumulate. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of people hit that 10, 20, even 30K mark within 30 days, but a lot of people don't really know where to start. They're saying, well, I want to start an SMMA, I don't have any marketing experience. What can I do? Where can I go? In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can get SMMA clients with no previous marketing experience or background at all. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get into the first point. So I've said this before in my videos, but the first thing you want to do, especially if you don't have marketing experience or any background at all, is you can offer your services for a very low price or even for free for a couple of weeks and give your client a taste of what it's like working with you and some benefits you can bring to their shop or company or whatever you're working in. Well, you still have no marketing experience. What can you do? Well, actually, you can go into Canva right now and create some social media templates, some email marketing newsletter templates, and some landing pages for free, completely free right now. And you can leverage that to then get those e-commerce SMMA clients. Let me explain. It takes me no longer than 1 hour to make a really well-made email newsletter template, especially on Canva, where there's tons of pre-made templates where all you literally have to do is write the copy, insert the pictures, and it can take you under an hour for sure. Make like 3, 4, 5 of these, bring them to an e-commerce client and say, hey, I'd love to set up your email newsletters. I've noticed that you didn't have any. Here's some examples of the work that I've done before. I'll charge a low ticket price. I'll even offer my services for free in the first 2 weeks. And if you like my services, then we can continue working. Guys, it is going to be hard if you don't have any marketing experience. But one thing that people underestimate is having actual proof of work. Proof that you know what you're doing, proof that you've done this before, and proof that maybe you're even good at design or social media templates or whatever it may be. You need to have that, yeah, I've done this before kind of attitude. So that's a whole nother story, is having the mentality to do so. But in order to kind of get that proof of work, you can go into Canva right now, maybe watch some Photoshop design videos or whatever, and create some really good templates that actually convert in e-commerce email newsletters and social media templates. A lot of e-commerce clients and shops don't really want to focus on the social media side and the social media space. That's why SMMAs are so popular within the e-commerce space, and that's definitely something that I would leverage going into it with no experience. Say, hey man, love your website. I noticed that your social media was a little bit inconsistent. I noticed that your email newsletter wasn't really well put together. I wouldn't probably word it like that, but I would say, hey, here's some work that I've done before. Here's some newsletters that I've done. Here's some social media templates that I've created. And that's how you get your first client. You have that proof of work. Because for me personally, if somebody reaches out to me and says, hey man, I'll manage your shop, I'll do whatever, I'll manage your YouTube channel, whatever, and they don't have any work to prove it, I'm automatically disregarding that. I'm not saying make a website, I'm not saying do anything crazy like that. All I'm saying is dedicate 1 to 2 hours to creating some really high quality templates and then using that to leverage a partnership for your first SMMA client. Once you're in, you drive results and you can use those results to leverage other clients in your company. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. That's the baseline of what you need to do if you don't have any experience at all. Number 2 is you can build a personal brand. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm obviously building this YouTube channel, I'm growing my Twitter space, but ultimately you want to build your personal brand so that you're a good figure in this space if companies do decide to, look into who you are. My ultimate goal in this channel is to teach people like you who are starting SMMAs what they can do right, what they can do better, and some things to work on in the future, as well as e-commerce stores. And say an e-commerce store owner runs across my videos, my website, they like my content I've been doing, they say, hey, I think you can bring value to my company. They click the link in the description, they can schedule a meeting, shameless plug. But in all seriousness, an e-commerce store owner is going to run across your agency. They might even do a little background check on you, and if they see that you have an established audience on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be, and you provide content on a consistent basis like I'm doing right now, they're going to be more than likely to want to move forward with you because you've obviously established that audience in the first place, you have shown consistency, and you show that you have knowledge within the space. Personal brands are really, really underrated, especially in the SMMA space, because I know people like Eman Gadzi, Montel Gordon, they're all building their personal brands, and it's really, really smart because the way that I structure things is I do all my busy work in the morning, I make sure that I've got my fulfillment done, I do a little bit of outreach, and I film videos like this because I have that extra time, and it's ultimately helping my company. Again, yes, I want to provide value to people that are watching my videos, because at the end of the day, if I can do it, you can do it, and that's my goal, is to share my experience, what I've done right, and what I could do better. This has changed my life, and if I'm not sharing the information that I've learned, what's my purpose in this world? Anyway, getting away from the deep stuff, for real, that's really important, is building a personal brand, really establishing your presence in the space, and making sure that when clients come to you, man, this guy has an audience, this guy knows what he's talking about, they are much, much more likely to want to go with your company because you already have that existing audience and proof of work. So will some of these take time? What can I do when I'm in a meeting, when I actually have this client right on the tip of my fingers, but I can't grab them because I don't have any experience? Well, my advice to you is leverage your past. Chances are if you're watching my videos, you're a teenager or in your 20s and you've had a little bit of work experience, whether it be an actual W-2 where you're maybe even working a retail job, you've been in a restaurant space, maybe you're a waiter, you've mowed some grass, you've earned some money before. You can talk about building your business and building that experience that you've had in those jobs. Yeah, you may not have had a marketing job in the past, but you've probably had something that you've earned money from in the past, and you can leverage that to your advantage, I promise. And you can even be honest when you go into the meetings, like just say, hey, the reason that I'm coming to you and I'm offering such a low price or I'm offering my services for free is because this is my first crack at it. Now, if I'm someone that is, ambitious and I've built my business before and somebody comes to me and says, hey, this is something I'm really passionate about, I have experience in the past, here's some proof of work, I haven't really gotten in the marketing space yet, I'm gonna say, okay, show me what you got. I got 2 weeks. That's a winning mentality that a lot of store owners and successful business owners have. They give people chances. At the end of the day, yeah, someone that's more qualified with definite results that has built up their business is probably going to get it more likely than you if you don't have any experience. That being said, a lot of people like things that are, cheap and for free. For someone that's building a business can be hard. So you go into a business owner, a store that's, kind of aging, they're in the early stages as well. Just say like, hey, I've noticed you guys are building a business. I really like your products or services. Just say, hey, I'm building this as well. I would love to kind of partner. If it doesn't work out, no worries. You don't have to pay anything. Or you can say, hey, if this doesn't work out, you don't have to worry about me. I'll leave. I'll get off the hook. But you kind of promise that there's no risk for them. If you go into it and you say, I'm charging you $1,000 out the gate, but I have no experience, people aren't going to sign you, obviously. You need to have had those results before then to kind of then drive those results. But what I'm talking about is getting your first 1, 2, 3 clients to then get those results, to then take those results to charge people thousands of dollars. You need to get your foot in the door first, and this is the whole point of the video. So leverage your past. Maybe it's something like you've even grown a Instagram theme page or a TikTok page, or maybe you went viral on TikTok, something as crazy as that. During COVID, I had a video that did 1.9 million views, and it was like some random stupid little thing, but I used that to my advantage when I was talking to one of my first clients, because I said, hey, I know it went viral, and I know that some other things that have attributed to this video can attribute to your videos. So I use that to my advantage, and it's all about the way you present yourself. If you go into it and you're like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, I'd love to kind of start working though, as opposed to someone who goes in there and says, hey, I know it works, I know what I can do for you, here's some proof of work, here's some templates that I provided, I'll start for free in 2 weeks. If it doesn't work out, no worries at all, no sweat off your back or mine, you can drop me, but I promise you're gonna wanna stay. I'm gonna wanna hire someone like that, especially for an e-commerce store in the e-commerce space. Okay, we've talked about how you can get SMMA clients with no experience. Where do you start? I recommend looking at one of the videos on the screen now for how you can start beginning outreach today. If you enjoyed this video and the tips and tricks that I provide, I would really appreciate a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.